Welcome back, everyone. And we would be live on Facebook right now, but something happened. So I will get it on there in just a minute. But okay, we'll do it at the break. We'll get the whole thing on there after the show. I have with me, I'm sorry, I don't think those kinds of things happen to me very often. I have with me Dr. Laura Markison, and she is the owner of Mesa Naturopathic. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little about yourself. You've been on my show several times now, but right now it's been going crazy with this COVID-19 thing, and you've been kind of helping people understand what's going on and what you're doing to help everybody. So welcome back to the show, and I'll get everything straightened out afterwards.
Thanks, Carol. It's nice to be here again. I'm a naturopathic physician here in the state of Arizona, and what that means is I'm a licensed family practitioner. I am a full licensed medical doctor, and I see patients for all kinds of conditions and illnesses, and I also love to work with male and female hormone balancing. I love to work with people who just want to have their health assessed. They've been, let's say, to the medical doctors and they're confused about what's wrong with them. They don't understand why they're on so many medications. I like to help explain to them what these medications are for and how they're helping them, or what we can do and work with their medical doctors.
Can I tell them what you did for me? And you was just something you brought here.
What did I do?
You don't remember. So when you came in here when COVID became like really big, and you had this whole basket of things that you gave me.
Yeah.
And it was like not just a small amount, everything was huge, and it was, but naturopathic. And I think people need to understand what the difference is. Everything that you gave me was something that was completely, it looked like organic, you know, very natural, good for you, to help my immune system, to help me. Oh my God, you gave me things for calming, right? It was wonderful. Talk about some of the things that you carry, because it's not just that they come to you and go to you and you give them a shot.
Right.
It's way more than that.
Right. I have a fully stocked medicinary, which has very high quality nutraceuticals, is what we call it in the naturopathic business. And that means that you have to be a licensed physician to carry these products. Some of these products are, for some reason I don't understand, are or can be found on Amazon or other places, and that people can go and shop and compare my prices, and I'll match. I just know that my where I get my products is climate controlled. They're not out in a warehouse getting hot. I know the expiration dates are a year out, or it's a really good quality products. And I carry a wide variety of vitamins, minerals, herbal formulas, homeopathic remedies. It just depends on each individual of what they need.
And that's what I wanted you to say, because, when you go to your regular doctor, first of all, they fill out a script. That's it. They call it in, and boom, you've got something. With you, what you do is you actually do a consultation with them. You find out what their needs are. Each person is individualized. But then, I can just imagine it. So you probably go in there and say, listen, I have these things that can help you with this, that, and the other thing. And you sit down and talk to them about the products, and can they get them right there with you?
Yes, and here's maybe a bit of a difference even with my urgent care and how I handle my urgent care patients. You'll come to my office now. We do the COVID testing on people who are sick, but I suspect that it's maybe strep throat or some other condition instead of the COVID. If you're having symptoms of COVID-19, I'll meet you in the parking lot. First of all, talk to you over the phone, do some telemedicine with you, and assess you over the phone for free, and advise you if you need to go over to like Banner or Mayo and have somebody check you in the emergency room. That's where you belong. If you're having shortness of breath, if you're having a temperature, you're having the symptoms that are more associated with this virus, those are some of them, like the tight chest, tight cough, and fever. Other people have been coming down, and body aches and really severe fatigue. Those are the things that I would have to assess and have you go to one of the testing facilities there, or check into the emergency room. If you're describing your symptoms and they don't match, I'll meet you in the parking lot, test you, and also maybe run a strep test, those kinds of things. It's getting a little warm, so these things need to be done in the morning. But I have opened up my office to people who just want to come in for pain treatment and hormone balancing and are
So we're
asymptomatic.
getting back to normal?
No, I don't think that it's going to be too normal for a while. There's been too much of a relaxation in the country and in Arizona for people pretending that things are back to normal, because right now, today, there's 700 cases were reported from yesterday. That's since I met you last, Carol, the cases were between 200 and 250 a day. So we're increasing in cases every day here in Arizona. We're sicker than we ever were. So I want to stress to people to be wearing their masks, to be washing their hands, and when they're around other people. And unfortunately, people are going more and more to the grocery stores without wearing their masks. And there's a lot of debate about masks. Masks help. They help you keep safe. They help you keep your hands off your face. They remind you to not touch your hands, touch your face with your hands when you had your hands on the products in the store. They also help keep some of the particles of the virus from getting in. So your chances of contaminating other people also and getting the particles out goes down too. The particles will go down under your mask instead of out and forward. So there's a lot of reasons to still be wearing masks. You don't have to wear your mask in your car. You don't have to wear your mask when you're out exercising. Just when you're going to the grocery store or gathering in small groups of 10 or less, I think that should still be a thing, because clustering is going to get people sick.
Right, and we're far enough apart.
Mm-hmm.
We do keep that way, and it's so important, though, for people to be proactive with their health.
Right.
And not, if you have any questions whatsoever, going to the office and having you, can anyone take a test now? Is it at that point? Because before you had to have a fever or something.
For the medical establishments, you're correct. For my office, anybody who wants a test can get a test.
Yay.
They can get the rapid test for sure, and that'll show if you have current IgM antibodies and past IgG antibodies. And then if you're having symptoms, that's what the swab is for, because that does the virus genetics.
Okay.
So I feel like if anybody wants a test, they should go anywhere, really, and be allowed to get a test. But I will test everybody.
I think it's important, too. I think everyone should know at least where, if they have it, they had it, right? And so even if you were asymptomatic, will it tell you that you had it?
It depends on how long the virus has been in the body. If they're a super spreader, asymptomatic super spreader, and they've been infected more than 5 days, they should show up IgM antibodies, and my rapid test should detect that.
Now, you're located in Mesa. The phone number to call them is 480-306-8111. The website is Mesa DR for doctor, so mesadr.com. They do a free consultation and telemedicine right now.
Yes,
Tell
and
them.
I do have people coming in. I'll rapid test them before they come in, and do insert pellets, and we'll do
We're
some
going to talk about
treatments.
that. What I want to do is now when we come back, I want to talk about some of the other different
Great.
modalities that you do there. So important. Yes, we're talking about COVID. It is here to stay right now. We've got to be careful. You need to make sure that if you have any symptoms whatsoever, you call her, call the doctor, find out. And if you want to be tested, she's going to test you. She's here to help.
Absolutely.
Again, that number is 480-306-8111. It's Mesa DR for doctor, so mesadr.com. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute, because they do way more than just testing for COVID-19.
Thanks.
Welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so thanks for giving me a little bit of extra time there with that. I'm so sorry. We are talking with Dr. Laura Marcuson, and she is the owner of Mesa Naturopathic. And yes, we were talking about COVID, but now we're not. Now we're going to talk a little bit about something different, because you have a practice there. We were just talking during the break about people who are dealing with stress of all this, which is also causing issues. But when you're coming, what are you seeing people, and what are you helping them with?
Well, first of all, I want to reassure everybody that my Dr. Cindy Hayes, my colleague, and myself test ourselves weekly, and we can show that to anybody who comes in. And then you're not only getting tested because we want to be safe. We'll show you that we're safe also. I think that's
good.
really
that's
important.
Nice for you that you do that.
Oh, absolutely, and it just helps reassure us. I like being tested, and I want to encourage people to come in if they're feeling anxiety and they want to know, and it just helps calm things down in the body to know that they're okay.
Right.
I think that's important. But we also, I want to really help people in pain. People who have disc issues, pain from a back injury, pain from sporting injuries in their knees, ankles, elbows, tendonitis, things like that. We have wonderful different kinds of injections for pain. And Dr. Cindy Hayes is an excellent injector.
She was here.
Yes, she was here, and she is, we're going to be getting ready to promote all that June 15th and offering a free COVID test when you come in if you're going to be getting an injection. So that's $75 off of the appointment because we would have to add that on to the injection appointment. And what our injections are, prolotherapy, that is the injections that help create a little bit of inflammation around the injury that then create repair. And that is a very mild injection. It's sometimes can work with one injection. It's relatively inexpensive. We also have amnion, which is from healthy amniotic fluid that's donated from mothers. And we have what's called exosomes, which is also from the amnion extracted. It's they don't have a cell wall, but they're a healing part of stem cell therapy that helps repair the body in an amazing ways.
How many people out there have been working out a little bit because you know it's like you want to find you fell off your bike, you haven't walked in a long time, or you fell just because you're worried about whether you have COVID or not,
or
whatever.
just exercising a lot because it's keeping you happy.
Exactly, but you're in pain from it.
Right.
I know a lot of people who are, and if you are in pain, you don't need to be. Again, they're located in Mesa, and right now, June, what did you say?
June 15th.
They're going to
be opening up to injection therapy and also for dehydration from all the hiking that people are doing.
So important.
IV therapy. We have an IV lounge. We'll only be having one person at a time coming in our office to keep the exposure down. And also, I do urgent care and hormone therapy. A lot of women are starting to go through menopause. They don't know if they're in menopause or perimenopause. I also have men their testosterone is declining in their 40s, and they wonder why they're so tired and their workouts aren't good. It's usually because your testosterone is too low. So come see me, and I'll pull some blood, and we'll see where your testosterone is.
And for anyone that didn't hear that they're now in from the break, you are a naturopathic doctor, so everything that you use is natural.
Yes, I really try to keep my medicine as natural as I can. Though I will help you, guide you through your medications and what you need to be on. I also try not to promote pharmaceuticals, but I do like an occasional antibiotic, which is very appropriate for strep throat. But otherwise, let's try to get you well and on your way with the least amount of medications as possible for my snowbirds. I love helping get especially postmenopausal women off of statins. I don't like them. If the cholesterol is in a good normal, almost normal range around 200, I feel personally that women should not be on a statin, a postmenopausal
Can
woman.
people come to you and have a conversation with you about that? I know me myself. All of a sudden, I turned 61 or whatever it was, and I have now a plethora of medications that I'm on. And I don't even want to be on all of them. Can they come in and maybe do some kind of a consultation with you where you can talk about what they're on and what their needs are? And maybe you could switch them into something different.
The thing that I feel that how I'm unique is I am also Western medicine friendly. Let's put it that way. I'm not a hater. of Western medicine. If it wasn't for Western medicine, my daughter wouldn't be alive today.
Oh.
She's had 2 open heart surgeries. She has an artificial valve. She has to be on Coumadin, the blood thinner. And then I've also met some other people who, like a husband of one of my friends had a heart attack, and he's on a beta blocker, and that's really important to regulate the heartbeat. So I understand pharmaceuticals and why they're prescribed, and some people should be on them.
Yeah,
So it's
there's
saving
a
their
place
life.
for everything, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but sometimes they're not.
Right. Sometimes it's just a Band-Aid to the deeper problem. And with my training from my school at Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine, learning about being a naturopath means to get to the root of the cause and to really help the body heal on its own, because our bodies naturally know how to heal. If you've cut yourself, you will see your wound heal. Our bodies have an innate nature to be able to heal if we remove the blockages that are preventing it from healing.
Now, you also have an article that you write. I think it's a monthly article, right?
Yes.
That is in the Mesa Uplands. It's up close, and you're on the front page of this particular issue. And so it's really cool that you have that out. You're on here. You're going to write a book someday, I bet. But really, honestly, it's just you come full circle. What I love about you the most, first of all, you're all about getting that information to everyone about what is right for them. You're going to talk to them. But even so, even with this COVID, you have been on top of finding out statistics and finding out what's really going on minute by minute, it seems like. I love when you come here and talk.
Yeah, that's my husband is tracking it also and watching the numbers. It interests him how many people aren't tracking the numbers, and I think it's a way of coping. Some people don't want to know. They just would like to get on with their daily lives. But I think that it's really important that everybody track, at least on the Arizona Health Department website, how many cases there are a day to kind of judge whether it's safe or not to go inside entertainment areas and the pools and the outdoor parks for children. I don't advise it if there's a whole bunch of children all gathering together, because this is hitting children also.
Oh my goodness gracious! Everybody's got to just be a little bit,
Let's
think
about
with your head a little tiny bit.
Right.
I will say though that even though we have to be careful and we are staying more home, we still have people get sick all the time, whether it's with a strep throat, if you are dealing with pain, if you are in menopause, men get it too as well. And what I called it, yeah. And
like it.
But honestly, the more thing is that we live, no matter what's going on around us, we have our day-to-day lives, and on top of everything else that's compounding it, it makes it even worse. But you don't have to live with these symptoms. You don't have to be in pain in any way.
Right.
And I'm excited to announce again that for her that on June 15th that they're going to be offering free COVID-19 rapid tests with any injection that you may need.
Right.
And for anybody that is dealing with whether or not it is your hormones, or if you are dehydrated. Right now, a lot of people are. We're getting hotter and hotter out there. What should they do? I mean, what would you make any suggestions for anyone right now that we leave with everyone with?
Well, first of all, we have a heat warning going on, so you shouldn't be out hiking Camelback Mountain. It's too hot. Go early. Go at 5 in the morning.
Tell that to my daughter,
it's
who
light
should be
out,
listening
so
right now to you.
you can hike when it's cool, but get inside when it starts getting over 100 degrees.
Right.
You're going to get dehydrated. You probably should be doubling the amount of water. If you're drinking at least 64 ounces a day, that's probably good. If you're hiking, you need to keep up with the dehydration that's happening as you're working out. It's really important that everybody work out and get outside. I really think that that's the number one thing that'll keep your mental health from diving down with what's happening in the world. And also, come talk to me about your anxiety. We can have a nice telemedicine appointment. You can tell me all your problems.
She does that for free.
I do that.
And she does that for free. And also, don't forget that on June 15th, she's offering free COVID-19 rapid tests for everybody with if you have to have an injection. Right now, we're talking about the pain. And a lot of people are dealing with pain. It's coming back.
Right.
I don't know. And also, being that it's so hot, your inflammation is getting bigger, so you're in more pain.
Right.
Again, you can check her out on her website, which is mesadr.com. You can also call her direct. She'll do a free telemedicine conversation consultation with you. Tell her all your problems, she said. Again, that number to call her again is 480-306-8111. It's mesadr.com.